Everyone remembers the trophies, the unforgettable goals, and the moments that made millions of fans celebrate. But what most people never see is the difficult journey that came long before the fame. Every football legend has a story filled with pain, sacrifice, rejection, and unbelievable determination. Before becoming global icons, these players were simply children chasing a dream that many believed would never come true. The journey begins with one of football's greatest icons, Lionel Messi. Today, Messi is considered by many to be the greatest footballer ever. Yet as a young boy growing up in Rosario, Argentina, his future looked uncertain. At the age of 11, doctors diagnosed him with a growth hormone deficiency. His treatment was extremely expensive, and his family struggled to afford it. Several clubs admired his talent but refused to pay for his medical care. Everything changed when FC Barcelona invited Messi for a trial. Legend says the agreement was first written on a simple paper napkin because the club's sporting director was so convinced of his talent. Barcelona decided to invest in the young Argentine, paying for his treatment and giving him a chance to prove himself. Without that decision, football history might have looked completely different. Another inspiring story belongs to Cristiano Ronaldo. Born on the Portuguese island of Madeira, Ronaldo grew up in a humble family. His father worked as a kitman, while his mother worked long hours to support the household. Money was always limited. At just 12 years old, Ronaldo left his family and moved alone to Lisbon to join Sporting CP's academy. Imagine being a child, leaving home, friends, and parents to chase a dream hundreds of miles away. He often felt homesick, but he never gave up. During his teenage years, Ronaldo faced another challenge when doctors discovered a heart condition that required surgery. Fortunately, the operation was successful, allowing him to continue playing football. Instead of slowing him down, the experience motivated him to work even harder than everyone around him. Then comes Zinedine Zidane, whose story began in one of France's toughest neighborhoods. Growing up in Marseille, Zidane faced poverty, discrimination, and countless obstacles. Football became his escape from difficult surroundings. His calm personality on the pitch hid years of personal struggles away from the spotlight. Brazilian legend Ronaldinho also experienced tragedy early in life. When he was only 8 years old, his father died suddenly. The loss devastated the family. Ronaldinho often said football became his way of honoring his father's memory. Every smile, every skill, and every celebration carried emotional meaning beyond what fans could see. The story of Luka Modric is perhaps one of football's most emotional journeys. During the Croatian War of Independence, Modric's childhood was interrupted by violence. His grandfather was killed, and his family became refugees. While other children played freely in parks, Modric practiced football in hotel parking lots where displaced families were living. Those difficult years shaped his incredible mental strength. Every challenge on the football pitch seemed smaller compared to what he had already survived as a child. Another remarkable story belongs to Didier Drogba. Before becoming one of Africa's greatest footballers, Drogba was far from an instant success. Unlike many stars who shine as teenagers, Drogba spent years playing in lower divisions and struggled with injuries. His professional breakthrough didn't come until his 20s, proving that success doesn't always arrive early. Football history is also filled with players who faced rejection. Mohamed Salah was often doubted because of his small physique. Many believed he lacked the strength to compete at the highest level. Even after joining Chelsea, opportunities were limited, forcing him to rebuild his career in Italy before eventually becoming one of the Premier League's greatest forwards. The same applies to Kevin De Bruyne, who was considered surplus to requirements during his first spell in English football. Instead of accepting failure, he reinvented himself in Germany before returning stronger than ever. Many football legends also endured heartbreaking defeats before tasting glory. Andrés Iniesta experienced personal tragedy when close friend Didier Deschamps passed away unexpectedly. Months later, Iniesta scored Spain's winning goal in the 2010 FIFA World Cup final, and dedicated it to his late friend by revealing a shirt that read, "Danny Jark, always with us." These emotional stories remind us that football is about much more than trophies. Behind every famous celebration lies years of invisible sacrifice. The world's greatest players didn't become legends because life was easy. They became legends because they refused to quit when life became difficult. And these hidden struggles are only the beginning. In Part 2, we'll uncover the untold locker room stories, secret rivalries, acts of kindness, unbelievable training habits, and little-known moments that transformed these football stars into true legends remembered forever. One of the biggest myths in football is that talent alone creates legends. In reality, relentless discipline separates the great from the greatest. Cristiano Ronaldo is famous for his intense work ethic. Teammates have often described him arriving before everyone else, for training and staying long after sessions ended. Even during holidays, he followed strict fitness routines while others rested. His obsession with improvement turned natural talent into one of football's most decorated careers. Lionel Messi showed leadership in a different way. Rather than speaking loudly, he inspired teammates through consistency. Young players who joined Barcelona often admired how the biggest star remained humble, focused, and dedicated to helping the team rather than chasing individual glory. Then there's N'Golo Kanté, one of football's most respected figures. Despite winning the FIFA World Cup, Premier League, Champions League, and countless personal awards, Kanté became known for his humility. Stories of him helping teammates, avoiding luxury lifestyles, and treating everyone with respect made him a fan favorite around the world. Football also creates fierce rivalries that push players beyond their limits. The legendary competition between Messi and Ronaldo defined an entire generation. Instead of destroying each other, they continuously raised the standard of football, inspiring millions through more than a decade of excellence. Another unforgettable example is Paolo Maldini. During a career spanning over 2 decades with AC Milan, Maldini earned respect not just for his defending, but for his professionalism. He received remarkably few red cards, despite playing against the world's best attackers year after year. Proving intelligence can be just as powerful as aggression. Many fans don't realize how much football legends give back to society. Didier Drogba famously used his influence to encourage peace in Côte d'Ivoire during a period of civil conflict. His message united people beyond football and showed how sport can inspire hope. Sadio Mane also became known for supporting hospitals, schools, and community projects in Senegal. Despite becoming one of football's biggest stars, he never forgot where he came from. Football history is filled with moments where legends inspired others through kindness rather than goals. Players have secretly paid medical bills, funded youth academies, donated to charities, and helped struggling families without seeking publicity. Another hidden side of greatness is handling failure. Every legend has experienced painful defeats. Messi lost several major international finals before finally lifting the Copa America and the FIFA World Cup. Those disappointments could have ended his international career, but instead, they strengthened his determination. Similar. Ronaldo experienced heartbreaking eliminations in tournaments, yet continued returning each season with the same hunger to succeed. Perhaps the greatest lesson from football's legends is that their stories never followed a straight path. Injuries, criticism, rejection, defeats, and personal loss were all chapters in their journey, not the ending. Their legacy isn't defined only by trophies or statistics. It lives in the millions of children who dream because they watched Messi dribble past defenders, Ronaldo soar for impossible headers, Ronaldinho smile while entertaining crowds, Modric overcome adversity, or Drogba inspire a nation. Football's greatest legends remind us that success isn't simply about being the most talented player. It's about resilience, discipline, humility, and the courage to keep moving forward when the world expects you to give up. That is the real untold story behind football's greatest legends. And perhaps the greatest victory of all isn't what happened on the pitch, but the incredible journeys that made these icons unforgettable.